Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cringe Talk. I'm Matt.
And I'm David.
And today we are back.
It's been a while, but we're back.
Yep, finally. It's been 2017 now, so
right.
It's been a year.
We'll give this a go again, and we got a lot to work with this year anyway, from what I see.
Yeah, we're going to try and be more consistent.
Exactly.
That's exactly how we started off last year, but we're going to make more of an effort. So this is what, episode 5, 6 of Cringe Talk?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I haven't counted, but yeah. I guess we'll check later. We'll address it next episode.
Basically trying to hit all of the big horror movies of the year.
We've missed some last year, but it's okay.
We missed many because we stopped doing it. So this episode is on the... I'm afraid to say it. Should I say it?
Oh, I think you should. No, don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Just don't think it. Don't say it.
You know, the rules are very clear.
Yeah, they are.
But right from the get-go, people would say it.
And it's not about Fight Club.
The Bye-Bye Man. Right off the bat, I was upset with this name, The Bye-Bye Man. Hated the name. Hated the name for the movie.
How does it convince us? Is it because of this podcast we go and watch this film, or we're so deprived from horror films throughout the year? And
I was going to go see it.
Right, but so if you hate the name, what makes you go in then?
Well, I hate the name unless at some point they tell you that, it's a child's legend or a fairy tale or something like the Boogeyman.
That didn't turn out well either.
Had they described it like the Babadook or something? Had they described it that way?
Oh, okay.
Where it was
That's a better example.
It's a child who came up with a name, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Not the case in this.
It could have been, judging by the beginning, but that was just a tease for no reason. But yeah,
everything about this movie seemed to lack description, history, any explanation, lore. It kept building itself up. It had lore. It had bits of information that they never really explained.
Yeah, they left some stones unturned, and
it's not a series. You don't want everything answered by the end.
It's not. And the other thing too is what was it? Though I did enjoy the way it was filmed, like the way, did you notice the camera work in a way, the way things were kind of done? It kind of gave you like an outlook. Like you knew every part of the house. They had like a Shining reference at some point. I felt like it was a tribute to the Shining with the tight hallways, especially when the niece went in. Her name was Alice, I think. Yeah. When she went, that just totally reminded. That was the first shot of the hallway, and it was it happened to be a little girl, so I felt like that was definitely a direct reference to the Shining for sure. Yeah. With that cheap wallpaper.
Yeah.
And but I mean, like the first scene, takes place.
Let's start talking about it. I know we already have. I'm just going to say this is going to be full of spoilers. We're just talking about the film in no order, really, even though you're going to start with the first scene,
right?
And that's just going to be how we'll run this. So if you haven't seen the film, I don't know if I can recommend you going to watch it, but
listen to it after you watch it. Yeah. Listen to us after you watch it.
Yeah. So here we go.
So So the very first scene is
I'm cutting you off again.
Are you? Why?
I want to introduce this a little bit.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but are you going to say who it's directed by?
All right, fine. It's a Stacey Tiles, right?
Stacey Title.
Oh, really?
That's what I got.
Oh, I thought it was Tiles.
Yeah. Well, written by Jonathan Penner.
Okay.
And is based on a chapter.
A chapter, not a book.
No, a chapter of The President's Vampire.
So imagine that. There's a bigger picture to this.
Bigger picture. This chapter is called The Bridge to Body Island. And that book was written by Robert Damon Schneck.
I'd actually be more intrigued be more inclined to reading the literature that inspired this more than actually watching the film again.
Yeah, I'm interested. Not enough to read the book, but interested in maybe you telling me about what happened.
Fine. If I ever get to it, I haven't read a novel in years. I've been only reading comics, so.
Oh, don't fool us. We know you don't know how to read. You've taken notes over there. You're just doing hieroglyphs.
That's right. Yeah, pictures and all audiobooks.
Yeah. This movie was supposed to come out last October.
Why don't they? I don't even care for how much we hate it. Not hate it. We don't hate it. We don't find it very good. But why not have it released in October? I don't understand.
Originally last October. Then they moved it up to June. We didn't see it last June either.
No, not at all.
So they pushed it to December. We didn't see it in December,
No, we didn't.
so we saw it in January.
Yeah.
Fourth placement. Now you're going to talk about the first scene.
Right.
I'm going to tell you about the true first scene. Because,
I want to hear this first then.
No, you tell me about what you want to say. I'm going to say how...
I want to talk about something I actually liked about it, which is going to be
ahead.
rare, but okay, because we were just talking about the camera work. When I was saying about the camera work where I enjoyed it, and this adds to it. Like the very first scene, okay, we're introduced, it's 1969 in Madison, Wisconsin, I believe, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, somewhere in a place, in a country we're not too familiar.
Somewhere in a place,
because we're from Canada, and so hopefully we get the states right.
We don't know nothing about anything.
So we get there, and the thing is that interaction that he has with the first character, this character's name is Larry. He's interacting with the house he drives into. He drives up to with his car, and he has that interaction saying, "Did you say his name?" All this sequence, him taking the gun, going into the house, blowing it, shooting her and the person on the wheelchair. I'm guessing it was her husband. This was all, at least it seemed to be all one take. It was all followed. It was all, and I enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. One thing I didn't like was actually her acting was actually pretty bad. I'm like, it looks like she doesn't do this very often.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like, and that's what it started off pretty well for me. I was like, oh, this is a good like, this is a good aesthetic I like in a film where just, you follow things, it kind of like, you get a good picture of it, and then you follow, you narrow things down, seeing what's happening, and you show something, and I enjoyed that part.
Okay.
And then it continues, and then even the way they left it off, he ends up chasing the neighbors, and then, then cuts into our story, and okay, that's a great start. To me, that's great so far. Obviously, we were all misled.
Yeah. I don't even know if I didn't like the movie, but when I started writing notes, I realized I had a lot more negative things to say about it than
no,
positive.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So I think you were right. I think that was all one shot, which they ruined by intercutting train scenes.
And could we just go off the bat and say those train scenes led to nothing, like literally nothing, like nothing.
I speculate that Elliot's parents may have died in a car crash involving a train that they never told us about. They never actually got to.
That's a good theory, but who wants to think that far ahead at that point, right?
That feels like a problem in writing, editing, just the way the film. Now, I think, because what I'm going to tell you is I was a projectionist last summer when they were playing this.
When you're doing the test screening, right?
Yeah, people came in, they wanted to do a test screening of this film called The Bye Bye Man. I hadn't heard of it.
And that's how long it took for them to release it.
And I watched the first 10 minutes of it. And the first 10 minutes did not have this scene of a train intercut. It was all one shot where he walks into the house, he shoots. You see him shoot through the door like we saw.
Right.
When he walks in, you see him look at the body on the ground. He walks up, talks to the guy in the wheelchair.
All one shot still, right?
The guy in the wheelchair is crawling. It's all one shot.
Wow. Yeah.
And if you notice, every time the gun he shot somebody,
mm-hmm.
it would cut right away
to
before
the
you
train.
saw any gore or any blood. But there was a little, there were little body explosions of the gunshot going in, the blood coming out. That was all in the original take of it. And I don't know if they edited it to make it less violent. Or if some...
So that's why that train is there? Because I feel like it would look so much better without that stupid train coming in. And, to get that, the PG-13 rating, I guess?
Yeah, but you can fire someone. You can hit somebody with a shotgun.
I don't
know what the reason was.
Even at the very end, we see some stuff that, that would not be, that looks pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why. If that would be the reason, that wouldn't make any sense to me. I don't know.
No, because there was one scene in the movie where the character Kim... She gets hit by a train.
Right.
That was it. That was the only
reference to the train.
only reference to a train.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing this at the beginning. We think it's going to be a major character, a major
issue in the film. Driving force as we see it, right? And funny that I think
I just think it would have been better if they kept it the way it was, where it was all one shot. It was kind of a impressive shot.
Yeah, and you want to shock. That's the thing about horror films. You want to shock them from the start. If you have a good start, that way it just gets you engaged. Damn, like you're there. Yeah. And then of course, ease into the origin. There's another storyline to this.
Yeah.
And then go back to it once in a while. And notably, when they went back to it, did you notice the time when he went to the neighbors across the street, there was no gore at all. It was actually horribly done. I actually noticed when he went in, shoots the first one. barely any blood, and then when he shoots the second one, she hits the wall. There's no blood whatsoever, and like the bullet was supposedly went through her and through the wall. There's no blood on the wall. It looks like someone just punched a hole through it.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, this is so shortchanged. It lost all integrity for these flashbacks, because these flashbacks look good. Like the way it started, despite you not telling me how it looked before, I still kind of liked it. But we could have done without the train.
Yeah, because that threw me off. That took me out of it.
Oh, that took you out of it? I was like, okay.
Seeing the brutality of just this one continuous shot of this man going.
Yeah, I would have liked that better,
insane.
definitely. But if there was something to the train that interrupted that, then maybe I would have. Then it said, okay, I get it. But this train led to nothing, at all. So,
yeah. And in these flashes of the train, you see stuff scattered all over the tracks. Like there was
you see even modern day technology too. I think I saw a laptop there or something weird.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought it was like maybe like children's toys. So I'm still thinking, hey, maybe this was a car crash. Maybe this is what they never talked about in the film, but we are supposed to surmise it somehow. Yeah. But I think it was a problem I think this is why it just took so long to come out. Ratings issues, probably editing issues.
It wasn't Blumhouse, right? Blumhouse is they get like top notch for everything. Yeah, they get a first hand and everything from what it seems when it comes to horror films these days. But yeah.
So what's the premise of this film is
garbage.
No. The people move into a house and it's they unleash this kind of a curse. Something. It's like an airborne.
Yes. Let's expand on how this curse came about, because this is like the first problem with the film. This is the first thing. Like the first thing. Okay, here's the first thing. The first sight of something the first sign of something of them being in danger is hearing a coin fall.
Yeah.
What provokes that coin to fall? I can't buy into that at all.
I'm okay with the coin falling for no reason.
Fine. Okay.
But
then led to nothing either.
It leads to nothing.
Exactly. So this coin falling meant what? Like, if they would have led to like the Bioman dropping coins, or like the original the predecessor who had this curse, so yeah, it was a coin collector of some sort and dropped some coin. I don't know what something. But this coin fell, and this is what led to everything. And I'm there. I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Why not just let it be? The open the drawer, saw that, and then and led to that.
Yeah, and he would have seen it eventually.
Exactly.
It was just so that he could open it while we're watching the movie, and it would happen. But the coin falling is like, okay, if this is a major part of the movie, but it isn't. But later on, they try to make it because they say you see the dog, you hear the coin, that's how you know he's coming. Well, yeah, so you see the dog and you hear the coin, and that's how you know he's coming.
You know he's coming. You know who he is. Everything. You know the origin.
It's like I'm more afraid of the dog. First of all, like that thing is before you actually see it. When you just see the eyes, that's creepy. As soon as you see it, this film takes a plunge because it is horrible CGI. They just use a real dog at this point.
Yeah, which would be great. With added CGI on it, that would be pretty cool.
Go ahead, but don't just make this.
Maybe think about the Talipo when you just saw his eyes. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, the Talipo. I like this.
If they could have made, like those eyes just right there. That's when I was the most creeped out. When he wakes up, he's like, what are those?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to quote Halloween.
No,
not Donald Pleasance, but Malcolm McDowell. Okay, then that makes me want to bring up another scene. Like, what the hell was with the niece going up to the room?
Okay.
Going up to the room.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that? She's going up to the room. She doesn't even experience the haunting, but she hears the same thing, the stupid coin falling.
Yeah.
The dog shows its head, and then she leaves. And I'm saying to myself, what the hell's the point? What was the point of that scene? Did you just want that hallway shot? Is that what it was? Is that what it was? I don't know.
They wanted a scene of a little girl.
I guess so.
All being creepy, but I forgot that you had seen the dog's head, and that doesn't really make sense because nobody said the bye-bye man
at all. And the thing is that because then, okay, what leads after this? They have their friend who's supposedly psychic, brings up all the haunting or whatever it is, and we don't know if it's really the house. And then later on, we find out it's the nightstand. I'm like, so this stupid little nightstand caused all this?
Well, no, the nightstand didn't cause anything.
It did. It's the catalyst.
No.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
No, I don't understand what you're saying right now. The speaking or thinking the words "the bye-bye man" is what caused it.
Right.
The fact that he read it,
but the object is coming.
Well,
it's coming
the
from
fact that he read it from that